Hello people, I'm Jaby Koay, joined by ACHARA KIRK.
Hello there!
So every time we do a live stream and I put out a vote for which game we should live stream and Grand Theft Auto is an option, it is generally the majority. I take that back. It is always the majority. It's like 50% or more, while the others are like trailing in at 10, 15, and 5 or something like that, right?
Like 20%.
And so I thought this could be a fun video to do. It's from Corridor's YouTube channel, Real GTA. This came out in 2015 on June 8th. We're coming upon the 5th year anniversary of this video. I thought this could be a fun video to do. So let's check this out. Looks just like it.
The Spoochie Beach, yeah.
I mean, it's
Venice.
pretty easy to make it look like it, I suppose,
Yeah.
as long as you're shooting it the right way.
Yeah. Even the walk.
Yeah, he had to really study that. Money fell out.
Money.
The random comments as people go by.
Yeah. I like the way they shot it, like the way it's following him as well.
I think they studied it. Is that Ren? I think that was Ren.
Oh, is it?
It's a bunch of money.
Is he superimposed on there, or it just looks super short? What? Oh, he's a pro. Look at that. He's gonna punch him.
The only thing I didn't like that he did there was he looked left and right, because I don't think the characters in the game do that. They're not worried about getting run over.
That's a nice car. Oh, wow.
The tracking they're doing on this is pretty incredible.
Yeah. That's green screen, isn't it?
No.
No?
I don't think so.
'Cause he's going really fast. I think it's green screen.
Oh, maybe it is. I mean, it looks really good.
Yeah. Because the car just looks a little bit too sharp.
I mean, you can set the exposure, or the aperture to just have deep field.
Maybe. What do I know?
I mean, that's pretty sure they're really shooting on the street there.
I'm like, don't crash the car, it's really nice. Uh-oh. Oh, even the way he's walking. Pow, pow, pow. Pew, pew.
Like the no response.
Yeah. Like,
The jump.
not dead yet. I like the music too. Oh!
Oh, they didn't do like the camera punch and stuff that the game does, but it's fine.
Oh, there's a making of as well. That's super cool. Oh, they used like an iPhone?
I guess so. I mean,
Crazy.
it was all steadied. It was,
Yeah.
I guess they had a...
Like
Yeah.
a gimbal? That's really cool.
Yeah, I imagine it was pretty challenging to try to really match it in terms of the way the camera's moving to like
Yes.
follow and whatnot. I imagine there was a lot of reframing in post to really get that look, because I think it's probably physically impossible to stay at that perfect distance from the subject the entire time, especially when this is very low budget. I mean, obviously from the look of it, because he had the the gimbal and the phone and whatnot.
Yeah.
Like, there's no way you can easily maintain that distance, right? Obviously, you're trying harder to maintain, the perfect, I don't know, 10 feet away or whatever it is, the whole time to get that frame. But the human hand it's not perfect. You have to correct that stuff in post. And the way the money flies out of them, it accurately represents the game. I like this so much, and I wish they would do one, maybe not now because it's gone out of style with all the controversy, but The Last of Us. When I played the game, like a lot of people were talking about how The Last of Us was an experience. It was more than a game. And I'm like, it was great, but it was still a game. And I never forgot that because of the crafting.
Right.
Because like whenever you were collecting stuff, you'd go like grabbing stuff, and it was just kind of random, and stuff would disappear into your bag. And it always reminded me I was playing a game, because whichever character you were using in the game, you wouldn't physically grab an item and put it into a satchel or a bag of some kind. It was always disappearing as you moved. And I thought that would have been hilarious if there was a video, kind of like this, for The Last of Us, where you demonstrated that and whatnot.
Oh yeah, that would be pretty cool.
You know, but that would be like the only joke, because the rest of the game is pretty realistic. So
yeah.
Or you know, go looking for a ladder and just put. You know, some of the like little things in Last of Us that you had to do was a little bit annoying. Looking for ladders was not fun, but overall the game was obviously great. So can't say that for the second one coming out.
Well, you don't know yet. You might actually really enjoy it.
I might love it. I might love all the things about it.
Back to this.
The other cool thing is that it very much looks like Los Angeles in Grand Theft Auto 5.
Yes.
It's easier to go to those locations. I mean, I suppose any Grand Theft Auto game is based on some real life counterpart. Like,
yeah, they do a really good job. Like the Miami one.
Yeah.
Whatever that one is.
I mean, I haven't been to Miami, so I can't speak to that. But having lived in Los Angeles my entire life, Grand Theft Auto 5 really looks like LA. The LA counterparts, it feels like the exact one-to-one sometimes. And so to be able to find those locations is relatively easy, and that's what makes this cool, is like, it's very accessible, these things.
Yeah, and like with the Venice Beach thing, so long as they didn't turn that way to the right of whatever camera, I don't know how it translates, but as long as you didn't see the lights and the sign that actually says Venice, you're all right, because everything else looks spot on.
I do wonder if the car was CGI.
That's what I was thinking, just because it looks so bright. I wonder if maybe they just shot like Ren on his rollerblades or whatever, or on a bike, just going through the Venice thing, and then maybe they just shot in a car, just the streets, and then just superimposed the car on top, so you get that cool, like very smooth video game drive.
Let me play it from 139. I don't know. I mean, it's possible that it was CGI, but it looks so good. I think what's giving it that uncanny valley feel is the fact that it's so stabilized.
Yeah.
But it's entirely possible that this whole LA River thing was all constructed in a computer, but it looks really good. They're Corridor, and so they know what they're doing. You know, they're very competent CGI artists. It's entirely possible that, yeah, that was artificially constructed, but they did such a good job that I wouldn't have even noticed it.
And you think about, you know, this is like a 3.5 minute nearly video, and you think about the amount of work that goes into this little short thing, because they've spent so much time just getting all the details right. I feel like it must have taken them a really long time, like, to get it done.
I don't think it was CGI. I think that they were really there, and they just enhanced the look of it to look more like the game. Because those reflections in the water look very real. I mean, not to say that they're incapable of making liquid with good reflections, but it looks so real that I'm like, I'm pretty sure it's real, and they just did a good job of like sprucing it up.
I feel like the background's real and the car is real, but they weren't
like
there at the same time.
The only reason why I would suggest that it's real still is because of the reflections in the car. It looks so good that the time it would take to do that, I would imagine would be a frustrating process that you might as well just go there and drive for real. Just get it.
Yeah, maybe. We could watch the behind the scenes and see if they talk about it.
That's true. The shootout was also great. There was one thing, like, of course it's easy to like remark about what they missed because, you know, I'm just sitting here watching their video, but the one thing they could have also added was when he gets shot, like the character does react when he gets shot, but he doesn't care. It's a game, right?
Right.
I forget what the effect is when you get shot, if you see like blood on the screen or whatever.
Yeah, you do. They showed it a little bit there. Don't you just kind of look a little bit more faded or something?
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, as you're losing life.
Yeah, I didn't really get that sense very strongly here, but overall, they got the essence of the game really, really well.
Yeah.
And that's what matters ultimately, is that they accomplished their goal. The coolest part for me though was the very beginning when they got the police officers in the shot, because I couldn't tell if they just happened to catch them in the shot or if that was a setup. And I mean, it's just cool because it adds to that production value to have police officers there. And it's cool that they didn't notice that they were shooting and whatever.
Well, yeah, because I didn't notice the police officers initially, and now that I've seen them, I get nervous because I don't know if they had permits.
Oh, they probably didn't.
Yeah, and
But
so that
they're
makes
shooting with
me
an
scared.
iPhone. Yeah, they're shooting with an iPhone, so it's fine.
Yeah, so long as it doesn't look like shooting, because that's one of the things, like when I've done guerrilla student film shoots and stuff, they'll be all like, okay, so if anyone asks, well, because we're doing student films, but like if it's like a short film or something and we didn't have a permit, they're like, if anyone asks, we're students, okay? Like, we don't know what we're doing.
Yes, the classic.
Yeah, it's the classic, like, oh, sorry.
Yeah.
We're just students
But
here,
as
no
long as you're
permits."
not putting sticks on the ground, then it's fine. As long as you don't have sticks on the ground, you can do whatever you want.
Sticks meaning tripod.
Yeah, you can get away with shooting.
Right, yeah, because
because
you could just be like, I have a very high-end camera.
Yeah, I'm just out here with the red one.
Yeah.
You know, lugging it on this 15-pound camera on my shoulder. It's all
I
good.
just happen to like taking footage of my family with a red camera.
Yeah.
What's wrong with that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's Area Alexa on your back.
Yeah. It's like,
whatever.
what? I'm a
No-
tourist.
no
Leave me
big-
alone.
No big deal.
Yeah.